Hello and welcome to HITC Sport. Right, so as we all know, predicting the Premier League table in mid-July is about as pointless as Jack Colback's career. But even though I'm about to get all of these wrong, let's just dive in anyway. I haven't been this lacking in confidence since the first time I stuck my dick in something that wasn't a Hoover. Just kidding about that. That never happened. 20th, Huddersfield Town. Last year I predicted Huddersfield Town to finish rock bottom. They finished 16th, so just like flushing one of John Goodman's shits down the toilet, let's just have another go at this and see if they go down this time. Like, I still cannot comprehend the little Huddersfield are a top flight club. Yes, David Wagner is working miracles, but second season syndrome is a thing. 19th, Cardiff City. So Neil Warnock is back in the top flight. Hooray! The man who constantly looks on the verge of a cardiac arrest and who would probably drown a family of kittens for an extra 3 points. No, don't get me wrong, this man is a Football League specialist. 8 promotions tells its own story, but unlike Adriano's house, there is a ceiling. In his brief spells in the Premier League, he's been sacked twice, relegated once, and made a mortal enemy of almost everyone he's laid eyes on. Hopefully Cardiff will put up a better showing than last time, where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer might as well have told his defenders to go out and play as if they'd been inhaling petrol fumes down the local skip for the past 6 hours. But still, I'm predicting another swift relegation for the Welsh club, with Warnock sacked by Christmas and Cardiff fans forced to drown their sorrows with a pint of stout in a sheep's rear end. 18th, Brighton. Look, don't get me wrong, I rate Chris Hughton, alright? Top fella, decent manager, but just like Kim Kardashian in a Parisian hotel room, Brighton is going down. Not only is that city the home of nauseating YouTubers,
I did it with Casper Lee,
so you should be good.
but it's also home to a very average squad, to be honest. I know he did well last season, but come on, let's be honest. When 34-year-old Glenn Murray is still getting a game, a man who's been rejected by the top flight more times than Warwick Davis down the local nightclub, it does not bode well. 17th, Sunderland. You made that same joke last year, nobody laughed then. 17th, Watford. 8th of December, mark your diaries, lads. Although I doubt you have diaries, considering my demographic isn't 45-year-old tea ladies. But that's the date for Everton versus Watford. Lads, there's going to be some serious animosity in that game. The Hornets must absolutely hate them. But come on, Watford, I've said this a million times, your way of doing business with managers is madness. We all know Javi Garcia is going to be down the dole office in about 3 months. Then again, so will I if his ad revenue doesn't pick up. Like, why did Garcia bother signing that contract? Like, the way Watford treat managers, I mean, like, if he's still there at Christmas, I will spend one night sleeping in a bin. To be honest, I do that most nights anyway. You have an average squad, and taking away Richarlison, it's like squashing the last ray of sunshine in a North Korean bomb shelter. So, 17th, lads, enjoy. 16th, Bournemouth. Bournemouth, ye are slipping. You're hanging in there. Don't get me wrong, it's an incredible achievement that Bournemouth have actually managed to last this long. Something my wife tells me whenever I make it through a full song. Just kidding, there's never any music. There's never any wife either, so this is all bullshit, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Jeez, lads, why you listen to me? Go out and enjoy yourselves. Jesus Christ, go talk to some girls, go have a wank. Stop telling the kids to have a wank, you sound like Father O'Reilly. But where was I? Sunday Mass? Childhood trauma. Bournemouth, yes, 16th I think for ye. I mean, your summer transfer business so far consists of David Brooks from Sheffield United. Sign some fucking players. 15th, Fulham. How the hell did Fulham sign Jean Sarri? Does somebody want to explain that one to me? It's like that short fat bloke with a 2-inch penis somehow bagging a supermodel. Oh wait, now I realise. The Cottagers are ambitious, I'll give them that. Ryan Sessegnon should tear things up this season. I'm really looking forward to seeing him play. Provided they make the right signings, because right now they can barely field a team. Slavica Jokanovic should keep them up. 14th, Burnley. Burnley? 14th? Were you dropped on your head as a child? Yes, multiple times, but that's not why I've put them here. Look, I know Sean Dyche did an excellent job last season, despite living life with an orange clearly wedged in his trachea. But at the time of speaking, Burnley haven't really signed anyone. Look, the Premier League is tough enough without the added constraints of a Europa League campaign, and for a club like Burnley, I mean, it's gonna be too hard to juggle. I mean, Sean Dyche is going to feel like a single mum this season. Although, I do find it funny how Burnley, after waiting decades for European football, Their first game is at Aberdeen.
Oh yeah, come on lads, get your passports out. We're getting the megabus.
It's like what my father used to say we were going on holiday, and then we just spent 2 weeks sleeping in the car. And by 2 weeks, I mean 6 months. And by father, I mean Father O'Reilly. 13th, Wolves. I don't know what to make of Wolves.
Neither did Little Red Riding Hood, am I right? That slut granny had it coming.
Why am I weird? No, I don't know whether Wolves are going to be the next Man City or the next QPR. They're effectively signing Portugal. Oh, and Benicavobi, only to get rid of him 5 days later. I think Europe is premature talk. Comfortable mid-table first, lads. 12th, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace fans right now are probably begging Wilfred Zaha.
Don't leave, please stay, I'll do anything.
Like a 16-year-old who's just been dumped on his birthday. Look, I can understand Palace's desperation, alright? Their future rests on this man. If Zaha stays, yeah sure, comfortable 12th. If he leaves, get out the wellies and raincoats, lads, because you're going to Shrewsbury next season. 11th, Southampton. Southampton, I think we can all agree, Southampton were an absolute mess last season. Mauricio Pellegrino, I don't know how that man has somehow got a job in football again. He should be working down the Carphone warehouse or something, Jesus Christ. And even then he'd probably somehow burn the company to the ground by just answering the fucking phone. Mark Hughes may look like one of the most miserable men in football, but he is a solid Premier League manager. He saved Southampton last season and probably cackled to like KSI on acid as his former employers were flushed down the toilet. Comfortable mid-table. 10th, Newcastle. I mean, this isn't gonna happen, is it? It won't. There's just no way. If Rafa Benitez gets Newcastle into the top 10 2 years going, he deserves a knighthood or something. That is like baking a cake with no eggs, no flour, not even a fucking oven. Like Mike Ashley, I do not know what his game plan is. He's already been relegated twice. Was it fun, Mike, was it? Did you enjoy losing all that cash? Because it's going to happen again unless you reach into your pocket and get out your wallet. I mean, we all know Newcastle fans' thoughts on Mike Ashley.
Leave now and never come back.
But nothing is going to change with that man. Benitez is operating on a shoestring budget, but he is far too good for this. Now he's effectively having to scrounge around for change under the couch so he can afford the wages of Salomon Rondon. And he's not even good! Jesus Christ. Speaking of Newcastle, I actually captained Newcastle Fans TV against the Magpie channel in a charity game. It was all to raise money for the Sir Bobby Robson Foundation in aid of cancer research. Link is in the description. All proceeds go to that foundation. It's for a great cause, lads. If you could donate, it would be brilliant. And I think this is going to be an even more profound legacy for him than his management career. And we all know how successful he was with that. Oh, the silky skills! The Irish Banarfa. Oh, the delicately weighted through ball. Oh, 25-yard thumper. Keeper had no chance. Neither did the f***ing cameraman who was clearly sleeping on the job. But yeah, sign me up, Martin. We lost 5-1. 9th, Leicester City. Riyad Mahrez has left the building. How do you feel, Leicester fans? You happy about that? I mean, he was turning into a bit of a moaning Michael, wasn't he? This summer, Harry Maguire has taken time out from bullying kids and Stephen tries to become one of the country's best centre-halves. If they can tie his rectangular head to the KP Stadium, they have a decent chance of finishing in the top 10 again. And the big question I have though is, Jamie Vardy turns 32 this season. For a man who relies pretty heavily on pace, let's just say I'm intrigued. 8th, West Ham. If nothing else, you have to admire West Ham's ambition. I mean, sure, their owners are mad as badgers, but at least they get the checkbook out when things aren't going right. Manuel Lanzini being out for the season is a blow, but the arrivals of Diop, Balbuena, Wilshere, Yarmolenko, Felipe Anderson has sort of made everyone forget about that. Manuel Pellegrini is an experienced coach, and unless China swallowed his motivation in the last year, he should have enough about him to make something of this talented squad. 7th, Everton. Everton. This is how you do not manage the transfer market well. I remember back in the days of David Moyes, before his career consisted of yearly sackings, terrible Spanish and threatening women. The Toppies barely spend anything. And now Richarlison, a fella who hasn't even sneezed in the direction of a goal or assist since December, 50 million! Why not just empty your f***ing wallet down the toilet while you're at it, lads? 6th, Chelsea. See, this is why it's very risky predicting this in July. Because at present, Chelsea have kept their team together. I'm predicting at least 3 to leave though. Leaving Mauricio Sarri to plug the holes with Ross Barkley and Danny Drinkwater. The Blues are sticking with the Italian theme, but Sarri is nearly 60 years old and hasn't won so much as a f***ing raffle in nearly 3 decades of management. 5th, Arsenal. The Gunners look terrifying going forward. Aubameyang and Lacazette, not a Wobie. I see them having a good season actually. If If you told Arsenal fans 5 years ago that 5th would be considered a good season, they'd have started jumping into the fucking Thames.
4th, Tottenham.
Daniel Levy deserves a knighthood for nailing Harry Kane down to a new contract. Kane's goals will probably keep Tottenham in the top 4. Now your next job is to keep Toby Alderweireld at the club and toss Moussa Sissoko into the biggest rubbish bin you can find. 3rd, Man United.
Oh, Irish guy, how dare you put us 3rd? You clearly know nothing about football.
Yeah, well that's what the Stoke fans said last season, and look where they are now. I don't think you'll have a bad season, but I mean, apart from Fred, Diego Dalot and Lee Grant, Mourinho hasn't really got the checkbook out yet. 2nd, Liverpool. Liverpool fans, you're safe. You finally have a goalkeeper now. You finally have someone between the sticks who doesn't shit himself whenever the ball goes near him.
Oh no, I've completely ruined my career. Let's blame it on a concussion that never happened.
The likes of Naby Keita, Fabinho and Jordan Shaqiri, you should be good signings as well. Dejan Lovren is clearly one of the best defenders that ever lived. The future looks bright. 1st, Man City. I really don't want to be that boring bastard who just predicts the same team winning it again. You can't look past Man City, you really can't. They got 100 points last season. They scored 106 goals. They conceded a few, so 27. I mean, and now they've just gone and chucked Riyad Mahrez onto the big pile of riches. Like, they're gonna win it. Give me some sort of, I want a title race, but I just don't see it. I do not see it. Anyway, what do you think? Are my predictions completely top notch? And am I on course to get every single one of them right? No, of course not. Christ, I am not looking forward to revisiting these next summer. But we'll see. Put your predictions in the comment section below. Roast me on these ones, but be prepared if you do. I'm gonna come back at you when I react to these, and I had fun doing that last time. Oh, by the way, there won't be too many of these face-to-camera videos over the next week or so. I'm heading away for a few days to finally recuperate after that World Cup. But no, there'll still be videos. So keep checking back in. Keep liking, subscribing, sharing, all that good stuff. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while. But yeah, I don't like losing. I don't like losing 5-1. So, where's my f***ing goalkeeper?